Just in here to HQ, Rick Barnes meeting with the media after losing here in the Elite Eight. Let's listen to the Volunteers head coach.
They were Houston. They do what they do. That's why they're where they are. That's where the standard of their program. First half obviously got away from us. Their second chance opportunities were big, and we felt like we got some shots, but we didn't obviously knock down some of those early, but we weren't able to get anything really inside. But again, the second chance points early, when you're shooting as poorly as we were, those are hard. Those second chance points are hard to overcome, but just incredibly blessed and grateful to have a chance to sit here with this group of guys. And there's 10,000 coaches that would love to be where we are right now, even though we're disappointed in our loss. Players would like to be sitting here. When you got two guys in particular that have been with us 4 years, and Zakai Zeigler and Jahmai Mashack, who I think we look back, they'll be the two most accomplished Tennessee Volunteer players ever. We owe it to them to continue with the standard that they have set and even take it to another level. Our goal, like every team, would be to get back here and move forward. But again, with Jordan coming in and just became a part of the fabric very quickly, it's tough, obviously, because as badly as we all want it, it always hurts if you don't get it all. But I do know this team gave us every possible thing they could every day in practice. They represent the University of Tennessee the way we want it representative. And again, I can only count it as a major blessing from God that I've got to spend the time I have with two of these guys for 4 years, and then Jordan for the last two, and the other guys in the locker room with the transfer portal. Some of them never been through this, never been part of the NCAA tournament, came in, balled into their role. Our walk-ons did an incredible job this year, being down to 9 scholarship players and someday only having 8 guys in practice. Again, we talk about a team that this group truly did, and it's overused sometimes, but they really did become a family, and they cared about each other, and they fought to the very end for each other.
Questions, please, for Coach or the student athletes. Please raise your hand and state your name and affiliation and to whom the question is directed.
Thank you. Jill Jelnick, Fox 17 Sports in Nashville, for Zakai and Jahmai. How do you balance the highs from this season with also the heartbreak from today?
Zakai?
Well, we've done some things this season that some people can never say they've done in their life. Making March Madness, it's a huge blessing. Making the Elite Eight, Sweet 16, round of 32. We did some things that people could never in their life say they even got close to. I'm just thankful, really, that I've been able to be around guys like this and be coached by the coaches that's been here with me. We had some highs and some lows this season, but I don't feel like we folded at all through it all. We wavered through it all, and we all really became a brotherhood. When we first got together this season, it was weird. It was weird, and it was a lot of different personalities. And for it to get to this point, and for everybody on this team to be able to call them brothers and to actually mean it, it means something to me. Like, these are people that I'm going to talk to for the rest of my life. People that I love. These are my brothers. And today we didn't get the outcome that we wanted. And it was all a part of God's plan. And we're thankful for the opportunities and all the blessings that we went through this whole season. A lot of people don't really realize everything that we've been through. But guys transferring, people getting hurt. Someday in practice, getting down to 8 scholarship guys, 7 scholarship guys, and not realizing that we're saying this to y'all, but y'all don't realize how hard that really is for each and every one of us, including the coaches. So, I love these guys to death. They're people that changed my life, I just love these guys to death, and I'm just thankful that I was a part of a team like this.
Jahmai.
So I was going to do this if we won. I told myself I was going to do this when we won. Or if we lost, I'm going to give all the glory to God. The head of my life, he's put me in this situation, and I wouldn't be who I was if I didn't do that first and foremost, whether I lost, won, whatever. It's really hard to say or think about any of the highs just because I wanted to win so bad, especially for these guys right here, for the Vol fan base. It's hard. I've been telling everybody since I got here, it's something that we represent, but it's something that I've always done my whole life. It's really not about me. I don't care about getting any of the glory. I don't care about getting any of the accolades, nothing like that. I just care about, really shining light on this guy right here, shining light on these two right here, because I see him put in so much work. I seen Coach Barnes be the most consistent person every time. Even though we fight, we get into it. It just seems like we don't want to talk to each other anymore. But we go right back to practice. We get right back to coaching me like he loves to coach me. He knows how much I put in his game. But I wanted to get there for him. I really wanted people to realize how good of a coach he is. Sometimes communication can be off sometimes, between him and the players, and that happens, but man, I wanted to get there for him. I wanted to get there for the Vol fans, man. I wanted them to be have something that they could be proud of. You know what I mean? And it's hard. It's hard, but we're gonna have to fight through it. These are guys that's my brothers for life. It feels weird not being able to play with Zakai anymore. Been doing it for 4 years. It's been my guy for 4 years. I'm never gonna play with nobody like him, man. That's my brother. We get into it a lot. We joke around with each other a lot. He knows I joke with him. He jokes with me. It's just how we bond. But I don't take that for granted. He's gonna be my brother for life, man. And same thing with Jordan. One of the easiest guys to talk to. One of the easiest guys to get along with, and it's just tough, man. But yeah, I love these guys, man.
Right over here, Dave.
This is for Jordan. I'm Dave Reinhardt, WCBK Radio. Jordan, a tale of two halves. Scoring hard to come by in that first half. You played around 12, 13 minutes, had 4 points. In the second half, a few more minutes than that, but got double-digit numbers in 13 for 17 in the game. Just your thoughts on the difference between first half and second half.
Jordan.
We really started being more aggressive, getting downhill in the second half, and just playing basketball freely. Getting the ball to side on the court is what we do, and we did that in the second half, and good things happened.
Right here.
Liv Clements, Indiana University, and for Zakai, it's been an amazing career for you in Knoxville, SEC Defensive Player of the Year, SEC record holder for assists. What can you say about your legacy at Tennessee and the stamp you're leaving in Knoxville?
Zakai.
Well, coming in to Knoxville, I really didn't have any expectations of doing something like that. All I did was ask Coach Barnes for a chance, and he gave it to me. And the mark that, I wouldn't even say the mark that I left on Tennessee, but the mark that they left on me and my family, they changed our lives, really. And I'm just so thankful for each and every person that's a part of our nation. I'm so thankful for the coaches. I'm so thankful for my teammates. So thankful for everybody that's a part of Tennessee as a whole. Accolades, I couldn't do anything like that without my teammates. I couldn't do anything like that without my coaches. the mark that Tennessee has left on me is really crazy to just think about. You know, it's been the best 4 years of my life, changed my life, and, you know, I feel like Knoxville is a place that I'll call home forever. So everything that I've done there and everything that they've done for me has been nothing less than great. And I wouldn't even say ups and downs. Everything has just been up, really. Ball Nation, I love you guys, and I appreciate everything they've done for me and my family. Appreciate the coaches and appreciate my teammates.
We have time for about three more questions or so right here.
Rob Lewis with VolQuest.com. Coach, just as well as you guys handled Friday night, did you feel like that first half could happen as good as you played under the pressure?
No, I don't think you expect it to happen. You know, again, I thought our coaches did the job that they always do, preparing our guys, and we came out, and again, we knew it would be difficult. I mean, we knew that they had an inside-out game, and we often, you know, you look at our team, mostly perimeter-oriented. We knew there'd be a strong focus there. We knew they would honestly do exactly what they did. But we've dealt with it this year, and you're hoping that you're making some of those shots. But when you're not, you don't want to give up. And we know that they're an outstanding rebounding team. You take away just half of those in the first half, and you know, you make a couple, and we had some looks. I mean, we didn't make them, but that's part of it. But even with that said, you know, I still felt at halftime if we could go back and put some things together. But it's hard when you're not able to go inside and get some easier baskets or put some pressure on the rim. We have to do that with our penetration game too, trying to get fouled. And then obviously they keyed heavily on our their guards. But no, I don't think you come out thinking it could happen. You're coming out expecting to play at a high level. But you know, we've been down before. And, I knew the one thing I did know, I knew our guys wouldn't quit playing. We knew we were going to have to start scrambling, and because if you really watch the game closely, you know, Houston's a possession team. They're going to come down, and they're not worried about getting down the floor quick. They're going to run their sets, and we wanted to try to take advantage of that first 10 seconds or 15 seconds in the clock and try to speed them up and maybe turn them over. But the shots they hit there at the end when we'd cut it down, that's the one you're giving up and hope that they don't make it. But they did. And but again, the effort was there, and again, I'm just feel so hurt for these guys because again, I know they wanted to do better and play better.
We got time for two more right here, one in the room and one on Zoom.
Coach, Dave Reinhardt, WCBK Radio. Threes were hard to come by that first half. Ziegler hit one with 30 seconds to go. And, of course, Houston came out and scored real quick, 21 down. And then you outscored them 18-10. Just talk about the drive and your players, as you just commented about, they never quit.
Well, again, if you know these guys, and we see it every day in practice, and again, I've said it before, it's a blessing when you get to go to practice and not have to coach effort from your best players for certain. They're the ones that everybody looks at, but when you go out, that would be the least thing on my mind with these guys. It's never going to be about effort. It was going to be about them getting their teammates to understand the effort they had to play with to get us where we needed to go. And so when we were down, I mean, all you got to do is look in their eyes to know that, you know, they're disappointed, but they want to keep fighting. They want to keep doing it. And it's like when Z came off, it hurt me because I knew how much he cared. He said, "I'm sorry," but he's got nothing to be sorry about. I mean, because he gave us everything. And what Shaq said, I know those guys. They know I'm an older guy. They know they'd love to win a national championship, but they have absolutely not one thing to hang their head down or be sorry about, because they have truly have. You know, we have a slogan at Tennessee, "Give your all for Tennessee." They did that in more ways than you can imagine, and I knew that regardless if we were down 20, 25, they were going to continue to give their all for the University of Tennessee, because they are such a huge part of where this program is right now.
I have a concluding question via.
The emotions are so real, So raw following a loss in the Elite Eight there by some of the seniors, including Zakai Zeigler and the head coach Rick Barnes, who referenced his age and wanting to get to a Final Four, let alone win a national championship. Look at the tale of two halves here. Down 19 at the break and then played Houston even in that second half. But obviously that was not good enough for Tennessee against the Cougars, the 1 seed, going to the Final Four.